You know the phrase short and sweet? Well, this video is going to be short and irritated.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment, and we are today talking about something that I saw on the internet that irritated me. Hello. I kid you not even 2 hours after I exported the final edit of this video, I see on Twitter from Dexerto, mrbeast has fully taken down his AI thumbnail generator. Big wins, big wins. My feelings are still the same, and my feelings about AI generators are the same. So I'm giving Jimmy this win, okay? But I'm going to leave the video as the final edit was. So I do get irritated at Jimmy quite a bit, and I get irritated at thumbnail AI people quite a bit, and AI tools in general for creators. And also the quotes that Jimmy had put out prior to this, talking about how I'm trying to make YouTube more accessible for people that doesn't have 300 employees, okay? Because I still think that's an insane quote, because that shouldn't be the baseline. So I'm gonna leave this video as is, but I wanted to make sure this is up here very clearly up front so you know my thoughts and that this has been changed. Jimmy has a video on his Twitter. It says, hey, thanks for all the feedback on the Viewstats AI thumbnail tool. We pulled it and added a funnel for creators to find real thumbnail artists to commission. Fantastic. Amazing. This is why bullying works. No, I'm kidding. We'll now be linking that tweet down below instead, and then obviously other links that I mentioned in the video. Okay? Okay. Bye. When it comes out of the creator community is where I get really irritated a lot, okay? Especially as another creator. There's a lot in this space actually that drives me up the wall. But, you know, usually I'm just like, I'm just gonna stay in my lane. But this one is an ongoing problem, I would say, and it's one that everyone has an opinion on because this person that put this out is the person that is seen as like the pinnacle of my industry, okay? For good and bad reasons. As a creator in this space, I've talked about this quite a bit. Have never met Jimmy, have really no desires to meet Jimmy. I do think he's done good and bad in the creator space in particular. This one's bad. This one's bad. So let's talk about mrbeast's Viewstats. Okay, now I've messed around with Viewstats from time to time. Viewstats is kind of like Social Blade in the sense of where you can search up your channel. This is Viewstats right here. And as you can see up here, it says Dr. Mike. Let's search Swell Entertainment. I remember when this launched a while ago, or at least it was announced that he had bought it. I played around with it a little bit. I'm sorry, that's so not it. Last 28 days. It's really funny. Without fail, these things, by the way, if you ever play around with Social Blade or anything like that, usually what's off is the money. Without fail. Like, it's either usually way too high or way too low for creators. Some creators will tell you yes or no of how high it is. I will tell you this is low for me. But yeah, 2K subs. My views are a little all over the place right now. I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't done much shorts. But that's typically what this is. Also, this is not my most recent video. Interesting. mrbeast also recently put out a video 2 days ago, lose 100 pounds, win $250,000. That one's also getting some backlash because of the way they handled one of the people involved in the video's passing. I have not even been able to bring myself to watch the full video to form a coherent opinion on it because the one clip I saw was so tone deaf and so devastating that I'm like, you know what? I can't do it. I think if I watch the full thing, it'll just make me mad. But so that's going on. And then he posted this about a day or so ago, and this post has been deleted. But thankfully, because sometimes people forget where they put things on the internet, this version of the video is still available. Here's the video itself so that you can see it, because it's still here on Viewstats. Create high converting thumbnails. Leverage AI to create thumbnails that get clicks.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're mrbeast. You would just type in mrbeast here. Now it's going to look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm going to type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go. We now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. You can type literally anything you want and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. So copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change to the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just going to simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it.
There's another minute to the video, but that's the gist and what people are mostly mad about. One of the people that are featured behind them, they got a bunch of thumbnails from YouTubers' pages to have behind them. And he's like, from any YouTuber, those people did not consent to being in this video or being used to advertise this tool, okay? Including, we know for a fact, because one of those people is Jacksepticeye, who has openly said he does not like mrbeast and thinks that his content has actively ruined the platform in a lot of ways. So funny to me about this too is it's like mrbeast has spoken. I have seen him speak at Vid Summit and the like about how much time and money they put into the thumbnail of a video, okay? On his end. They don't just use thumbnail artists. They have like a whole team of people making sometimes 100 thumbnails for one video, and then they'll test out different ones to see what's going to work and then tweak little bits of it and things like that. Okay. And I believe back then, I can't remember, I believe he mentioned they use AI to like fix the faces or add an arm and things like that. But the whole of the thumbnail designing is done by a team within the mrbeast business. He pioneered this content, this style of thumbnail, and then now he's going to sell you access to a tool that makes a shittier version that's derivative of his version so that he can remain the top dog of that style of thumbnail. And again, it's the take inspiration from any creator in the world. And it's just like, I'm not even worried about people taking inspo from my videos. I have had people come to me and they're like, so-and-so stealing your thumbnail. And usually it's just something as simple as like the red outline, which like a lot of us in the commentary space do and things like that. I just do that because it's a little more eye-catching. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, it's the stealing it on this level when we're also dealing with the fact that AI is being used to take content from creators. This will probably be talked about in my Cannes video, but they showed us a video at the YouTube keynote for the 20th anniversary of YouTube at Cannes Lions, a video clip of someone as a lion doing a review of Cannes Lions, okay? And it was so very clearly trained off of multiple Logan Paul style vlogs.
Let's check out an exclusive preview of this new technology. You'll see they can talk now.
Hey Leo fam, we're live in Cannes. The glamour is incredible, the rosé is freezing, the linen is pressed. Let's go! Okay, YouTube just announced VO3 is coming to YouTube Shorts. You heard it here first, y'all.
Look gang, I made it. I'm on a boat. I told them the statue was my great-grandfather. Let's go!
Oh, this jet lag is killing me. That's it for me. I've done zero work, scanned 900 QR codes, and spent lots on the company card. Until next time.
And that was made by Google VO, I believe, or whatever they're calling it now. For those who don't know, Google was training their AI that is now going to come to Shorts and come to YouTube and come to the world. VO or whatever it's called, okay, because I can't keep track of all these goddamn names, off of YouTube videos. And they did this quietly without a lot of people knowing about it. Let me show you real quick how to turn that off. This for me was automatically turned on. I had to turn it off. If you go to your YouTube Creator Studio and scroll down to settings, you can go to advanced settings under channel and scroll all the way down, and it'll show you allow third-party companies to train AI models using my channel content. Now, that's third party. I'm assuming Google has just still been training off of my videos. That's the belief between me and quite a few creators that I have spoken to, that they've just been training AI. Recently, the head of the Diary of a CEO podcast, Stephen Bartlett, actually recently spoke about YouTube using AI. Stephen Bartlett warns YouTube over using creators' videos for AI. The Diary of a CEO podcast host says that the video sharing site will be hollowed out if it continues to take videos to train AI without paying creators. And this is from Mark Selman from The Times. I'll link this down below. There's AI thumbnail generators and all that out there. This is one of those things where it's like, oh, this already exists. It's another thing to see a creator themselves do this, okay? Someone that has essentially, for lack of a better word, cannibalized the style of thumbnails on the platform to the point that today I got an email from someone. Let me see. Hi, go to the point I seen your YouTube videos. I think your videos is very good, but your thumbnail is not enough, or you need a thumbnail designer. It's a picture they took from my Instagram and turned into a image for my Universal Fan Fest. It also, they changed my eye color. It's a very weird, surreal video image to look at. Side note, if you are a thumbnail designer or an editor, one, proofread things. 2, never insult the existing version of a creator's work if you want to work with them. It's one thing to be like, hey, I want to give you more time to work on videos and less time editing, or hey, I love your videos. I think your thumbnails could use some tweaking though. Here's some options, would love to work with you to discuss what you're looking for. It's another thing to be like, your thumbnails are bad. You don't do enough with them. Also, this isn't a thumbnail they took. It's just dumb. It's so dumb. Why did you do this? I posted this on my Instagram stories and people were like, what is wrong with them? Because this is just a nightmare edit. It's insane actually of me. I look like a weird doll. Now, like I said, these posts were deleted from Twitter, from MrBeast page. So let's see if we can get some responses here. Azure said, MrBeast's YouTube stats website now offers AI thumbnail generation with the promoting of these features. Directly copy the styles of other channels and artists, insert your face into someone else's thumbnail. Way to spit in the face of every thumbnail editor and artist. Someone I know once reached out to Tess to be a thumbnail concept artist for him, and they spent hours and hours making concepts for MrBeast only for him to ghost this person and replace the job listing online with a thumbnail AI generator specialist with half the salary. One of the things that people are mostly mad about is the fact that you can quite literally copy and paste the link to a video to rip off the thumbnail and put your face onto it. As a YouTuber, it's the dumbest part of my job. At the end of this video, I don't even send this clip to William. I do a full separate clip, and it's just me going like, for like a good 30 seconds at least, just so I can rapid fire have a bunch of photos, okay, and screen grabs that I can then potentially use for a thumbnail once I get the edit back. It's the dumbest part of this job, okay, and thumbnails are something I barely spend any time on. I'm not one of those creators that thinks of a thumbnail and then makes the video afterwards. I love making videos. I'm going to make the video first and I'm going to figure out how to package it all later, because that's how I do business and how I make my content. And sometimes I hit and sometimes I miss, but also for the person that emailed me that as well, and for anyone who's going to sit here and be like, well, your thumbnails are ass. I've had literal professors come to me and share that they have showed some of my thumbnails in their lectures to explain good versions of thumbnails when talking to a media class, just for the record. So yes, you are fully right. My thumbnails are not always going to hit, but they work for my audience and they work for me. I have hired a thumbnail artist before. They tried to do that MrBeast style of thumbnail. I did 3 videos with them. Every single one of those videos, half the views that I normally get, because that style of thumbnail does not work with my content. And you guys, my audience, my core audience that makes up a bulk of my viewing, thought it was a channel pretending to be me and did not think it was actually me. Or they thought I got hacked. The first thumbnail that went up, people were like, are you okay? Were you hacked? What's going on? Someone hacked your YouTube channel. People were freaking out because this style of thumbnail does not work with my content. It just doesn't. Just so we're on the same page. No one cares. Someone replied, too lazy to even make a thumbnail. Damn. People do not like AI. MrBeast got much backlash for his AI thumbnail thing. He had to delete his post, LMAO. Worst part is it's $80 a month to steal other people's ideas. For Viewstats, it's a free thing, like me looking up my stuff is free. But to get all of the features, including the AI generation tool, it's going to be $80 a month. The cost is not that surprising for tools like this. It's the cost that's one of the things that people are going to point to, when also this is a fraction of probably what he pays the thumbnail artist that I know he definitely probably still uses. They can talk about the AI artists and things like that they use now, which to, probably streamline the process and things like that. But he does still employ multiple artists at the very least to work on his thumbnails, because that's a huge portion of his business model for the MrBeast empire. So what would $80 a month get you? Our full suite now includes AI thumbnail gen and more, perfect for all creators. 1,000 AI credits per month. It's a credit system? Generate viral thumbnails? I don't think you can guarantee virality. I don't think you can. Oh, someone's going to sue you. Thumbnail style, God, get rid of that right away. I'm helping you right now. I shouldn't be. All it's going to take is someone making absolute AI slop and not getting any hits to sue you because you said you were going to generate viral thumbnails. Thumbnail styled to any channel, face swap, put yourself in any thumbnail. Recreate your favorite thumbnails, get the perfect thumbnail with AI editing, access to Discord. It's funny because there's one thing what people are always asking me, like, are you worried about AI taking your job? No, because I do think that eventually me being able to read and write on my own without the help of ChatGPT will give me job security for the next 40 years. That being said as well, when it comes to content creation, I do think that at the end of the day, people are going to want humanity from their art, from their work, from their YouTube videos and their reviews and things like that, because an AI is always going to be biased because it's pulling off of existing media and existing information that it was trained on. It's not coming up with a new idea or a new review of anything like that. That AI video of someone doing like a vlog at Cannes Lions can only operate because someone was at Cannes Lions making that content. And it's not going to have the same review as I would as someone who was going and experiencing that boiling heat and walking up and down, the Palais and everything like that and experiencing that experience. AI can't do what I do in a lot of the regards of when it comes to the events content. And I have played around with a few things when it comes to events and AI, because that's usually the test that people are like, oh, can you test this out for us? Okay. And it usually comes down to the fact that AI will just straight up start making up events. It will just start making things up because it doesn't know what to do with that information of like, if it doesn't have that data set, it will just pull from something else randomly. So it won't even be like, we don't have an answer for this. It'll just pull from another event and then make up the other details and hallucinate the other details to try and make something coherent that doesn't fit at all. So I'm not worried. As of 2 days ago, it's the 23rd as I'm recording this, Drama Alert shared exclusive MrBeast breaks silence on AI thumbnail tool backlash. This is allegedly a DM from Jimmy to someone from Drama Alert. I see everyone's feedback on the tool and I'm working on a way to make it all right. The easiest being face swap should only be able to swap your face on your thumbnail, obviously not others. Secondarily, I'll build this more in a way to be inspiration for artists, a tool they use and not replace them. Very good feedback. My goal with Viewstats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army. I can't change software in an instant, but I'll make a lot of updates and implement this feedback. Exclusive statement from MrBeast. This is probably the thing that I have the hardest time with when it comes to newer creators that are fans of MrBeast, but also creators from other platforms where they make, I don't want to say lesser quality videos, but they're very comfortable with just shooting off a TikTok and posting it. For some reason, trying to get those people to come and make the switch over to YouTube and make YouTube content, which is something that I'm a big advocate for all my friends that are short form. All of my friends watching this know that. They want the highest production quality possible, which is an admirable quality and trait, okay? But I have hit 500,000 subscribers here on YouTube with a Canon G7X that I bought for vlogging. I had a $57 travel mic from Target for the longest time. This was a gift for free from my friend who got it from an event. I use GarageBand still. I use iMovie to edit. I don't know what William uses. William is my editor. I have one editor and I'm able to put out at least one long form video a week, often two. This will probably be the second one this week. Been doing this full time for 5 years. You don't need AI tools. You don't need 300 employees. There is healthy middle ground between relying on AI to do your creativity for you, which is what I feel like people are advertising when they come to me with AI tools. It's something to take over part of the creative process. As a creator, I love this part of my job. This is the easiest part of my job. Sitting here and talking to the camera is the easiest part of my job. Is there things that I'd be fine with AI potentially coming to take over? Yes. I would love for AI to help with translation. However, translation is a very tricky thing, especially with the speed that I talk. There is a new AI thing with YouTube when it comes to dubbing, for dubbing in different languages. I have no idea how accurate that's going to be. I'm going to start looking for potential viewers who speak other languages to check this for me, because that's something that I am very concerned about, is me accidentally saying something and then having it translated poorly so that it's like a slur in another language. That's concerning. I don't like that. But I acknowledge that there are accessibility uses for AI that are useful for a variety of people and a variety of creators. You being inartistic is not a handicap. It just is not. I can't draw for shit. I am a good writer though, and so that's where I put my creative energies, and then I look for people to do my merch for me. You know, I don't need to use AI to do it. I find people that are better at the thing than me, and a lot of them, just for the chance to work with a creator, will do it at a very reasonable price. They will work with you on a price. There have been times where someone's done fan art, and I have paid them to license that fan art, and then we do a further, I think one of my designs still on Fourth Wall still has the credit for one of the artists that did the sunglasses design that's still up there. That was made by a fan that just made that, and I was like, hey, can I pay you money and give you credit? Great, fantastic, okay? There are options. But also, when you have 1,000 subscribers, you don't need to be having an output of someone with 300 people working for them. It's not the same thing. Why are people allergic to incremental growth? Why are people allergic to meeting your skill level where it's at and learning and growing and developing and things like that? iMovie works for me. I have friends that find it insane that I still use iMovie. I'm sure William finds it insane that I do the final edits for this channel because William does the bulk of the edits and then I tighten things up because I'm insane. And I do that all in iMovie. Okay, I'm sure he thinks that's insane. My team right now when it comes to production is me, myself, and William. That's it. And if there's ever a time where I look at more people, I will be talking with William because he has been with me since 2021. I'm pointing like he's over here. But even then, when I brought William on, it was something that was because I had been doing full-time for about a year and I had reached my bandwidth of what I could edit and what I could do as a creator. And so I decided to bring on one editor. And he just happened to be one of the people that I tested out who was great at the job, okay? There's going to be growing pains, but work with people. Maybe I'm just also defensive because though I'm not an artist, I don't identify as an artist myself. A lot of my audience is artists. And so I'm very much like, I know people in my audience would love to help with my thumbnails. And I'm sorry, I'm just a control freak. But I'm a control freak. The last thing I'm going to do is give my work, whether it's my photo, a thumbnail of my face, or my writing, or my video clips, and purposely feed it into an AI to tell me anything. Fuck you. Okay? Like no, I'll take the uprising when it comes. They can come and attack me all they want, but I'm not doing this shit with them. I'm just not. AI, Mr. Beast, otherwise. Vice in the response said, an AI tool that undermines creativity while being trained off of unethical data sets cannot possibly be made right. You either double down on the obscene $80 fee or cancel the project. Point Crow replied to Mr. Beast's original video sharing about the AI tool and shared a screenshot of a former tweet from 2021 from Mr. Beast where he complained about one of the biggest channels in Russia that just steals his thumbnails and puts their face on it and was talking about the hypocrisy of that. So Mr. Beast gets to complain about channels stealing his thumbnails, then turn around and make a tool that does the same thing but faster and cheaper. He promotes his new AI tool in a video on the site saying that it can copy any channel's style of thumbnails to YouTube videos and that you can even edit it so it's your face instead of the creators. He initially states it's so that this can be used for inspiration, but then continues on and notes that this will literally be the way to generate your thumbnails going forward. I spend days, weeks, sometimes months thinking of thumbnails, working with artists to craft the perfect one. And you've made something that can steal my and my other artists' hard work without thought. Your model is clearly trained on all our thumbnails and uses them without any creator's permission and makes it not only easy, but it also attempts to make this socially acceptable too. Way to take out the creator and content creator and the fun that comes from thinking up new ideas. Majorly fuck this. If there is a class action lawsuit, count me in. I'm done with this guy. I believe Eric talked with Jimmy at some point. Had a chat with Mr. Beast about his AI thumbnail creation tool. While I'm uncertain what will be happening moving forward, I voiced my thoughts directly to him. Great idea to want to make content creation more accessible, but this isn't remotely the solution to that and actually fundamentally hurts creators as a whole. Just mentioning because I think it's important to note that he reached out, even though we still largely disagree, leaving everything up to discourage this still, and I'll count this hopefully as a bookend on the saga. Cheers. And then Jimmy replied, I appreciate all the feedback. I love the YouTube community more than anyone can even remotely comprehend. Already working on changes like face swap should only be used for your face on your thumbnail, obviously not others. And overall, I'll build this more in a way to be inspiration for artists, a tool they can use and not replace them. Very good feedback. My goal with Viewstats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can afford a small army. When I talk about accessibility, I am talking literally about accessibility. I'm talking about, captioning and making sure that images have proper text on them so that e-readers can understand them and things like that. Okay. And audio readers and things like that can understand them. I'm using fumbling terms here. You know what's super accessible about content creation? Content creation. I don't know where we got this belief that like YouTube creating or TikTok creating or being a creator in any sense of capacity is not incredibly accessible. Like I'm so surprised. If you have a phone and a mic with a microphone on it right now, you can post a video. You can edit it on your phone, post it from your phone, all this stuff. Like it's so incredibly accessible. And if you don't happen to pop off, if you don't get viral, like you are not guaranteed virality, which is why I think your terms are a slippery slope, Jimmy, if you see this. You are not guaranteed virality. AI is not going to make virality easier for you. They will claim they will try and they'll give you some tools. But as far as building an actual audience, building longevity of career, you might get a viral video because AI told you to film a video and upload it of you with a flaming cup on your head, but you still put a flaming cup on your head and posted it. You know, like, you are gonna do the work at some point. Yes, Mr. Beast's style of content is not accessible, but it's also not accessible for him. He has openly said that every time he makes a video, a good chunk of the time, it bankrupts the whole company until it comes back in again. Like, he has done multiple videos that bring his bottom line to zero. No one should be creating like Mr. Beast because he creates like an insane person and it works for him. No one should be doing my travel schedule and my upload schedule because I'm an insane person and it works for me, okay? You know, like, there's different things are going to work for you than what any creator currently existing does. And that's the point. You shouldn't want to be another type of creator. Be yourself. I'm looking directly into your soul. Make your stuff. Film your videos, post your videos, edit your videos. Are you going to find your audience right away? Potentially no. I did this for years with less than 6,000 subscribers, getting less than 800 views a video. It just takes one to hit. And guess what? I did it without fucking AI. You can too. Huzzah. Okay, like I'm getting deranged. I'm still super jet lagged from Fran's chat, okay? But I'm dead serious. This is so dumb. And your thumbnails, yes, are going to be stupid. Sometimes they're just gonna be screen grabs. Here is Moist Critical, Penguin Zero on YouTube. He is getting, let's go to his videos, okay? Just a screen grab from the video. 300,000 views 2 hours ago, okay? A screen grab from Silent Hill, 625K. I'm happy this loser got arrested. A random photo of a guy. You can't even, he's not in handcuffs. There's not an insane deep fried edit to it. It's just, I'm happy this loser got arrested. 2 million views in one day. You don't need AI thumbnails to get you the perfect thumbnail. God, what's another one of my videos? Let's go to me again. Hold on. Let me pull up an example. What, a screen grab with a title and then arrows pointing to me and the person I'm talking about. 2.1 million views. Oh, I hit 2 million views on that. Cool. A thumbnail that I shittily edited where I'm not well lit at all. The worst YouTube boxing event. 1.1 million views. Okay. How to destroy your audience trust. 1 million views. It's so bad. I'm not even in this thumbnail. 800K views. Ace Fist. It's just a photo of me on a ride because I'm the only one on that ride. That alone evokes an emotion. De-influencing you. This horrible thumbnail, bad thumbnail. There's mess behind me. I'm sitting in front of my desk in my old apartment. And then there's little photos of the de-influencing trend of different products that people have bought. That's it. These are bad thumbnails objectively, but they work for me. And that's what's worked. What do you like making? Make it. Just yelling now. Okay, that's going to be it. Jimmy, if you see this, delete the program. You don't need to speedrun your villain arc. I don't know how you thought or who on your team told you this was a good idea and that the community would respond well to this. I really don't know. Anyways, that's going to be it. Did you see this tool? Have you seen AI tools? Have you tried any AI tools? Fuck it. Tell me. What's up? What's poppin'? Do you think this is everyone overreacting? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. My own Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder that Girly Pop Go is my car and motorsports channel. You can go check that out if you would like more car content. Shout out to my channel members. You also can join channel memberships. You can go ahead and click join down below. If you'd like to follow me on social media, that'll be all up here. And that's going to be the hell of a day. Goodbye. My outro clip is just me saying fuck AI.